All right, everyone. All DVDs are $1 and everything must go. Come on in.
Oh, my God. Roadhouse! I want to buy this.
Great. And as a bonus, I'll throw in What Dreams May Come with Robin Williams.
No, thank you.
No charge.
I do not want it.
But it's free, sir.
If that DVD even touches Roadhouse, I will kill you.
Podcasting from somewhere in Central Florida.
Where is the bloody rum?
I see you tried knifey spoony before.
Let's drink some rum.
Rum is the power, rum is the key, rum is the thing that will set us free. Rum, rum, rum,
And nerdy.
rum, 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 rum,
And nerdy.
Sit back, relax, remember to turn off your cell phones. For the next hour, let me be your Candy Crush.
Hey everybody, welcome to Rum and Nerdy. I'm Greg.
And I'm Garrett.
And this is episode 4.13, Chips and Salsa. Because we're eating chips and salsa.
Oh my God, yes, we are absolutely eating chips and salsa.
Yeah, in honor of, it's Saturday night. It's 20 till midnight. It's Andy's birthday.
Happy birthday, Andy.
It's also Matthew's birthday.
Happy birthday, Matthew.
And yesterday was
Scott's
birthday.
Scott's birthday, yeah. Happy birthday to all the listeners that I have to
These are not just listeners. These are people who've been on.
Yeah, these are like these are like parts of the coven that apparently I need to make birthday cards for.
Well, yeah, and you did.
I did. I didn't realize it was Matthew's birthday. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I got to make Matthew a birthday card now.
Did you? And you did post on socials, right?
For Andy and Scott.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was Matthew's birthday. Oh my God! Happy birthday, Matthew!
Happy birthday, Matthew.
A week ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Apparently.
By now, it's been about a week. So it's like yesterday's news, last week's news.
Yeah, last week's news.
Yeah. Anyway, we're recording tonight because we just watched Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Should we spoiler alert this?
Yeah, we should. Yes, spoiler alert it.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let's pour a drink and fuck it. Let's do it.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
And we're back. You've been warned. Okay. So we just watched it. Drinking rum while we're doing it.
We watched Roadhouse. Yeah, the new one with Jake Gyllenhaal, not the original Patrick Swayze 1986. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a couple surprise people in it.
There was a lot of surprise people in it.
Yeah. So like Post Malone was a fighter in the opening scene.
He was random octagon fighting guy. Yeah. Well, not octagon.
It wasn't octagon.
No,
it was like
just regular. Yeah.
warehouse, back alley, whatever fight thing. Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it was.
So first impression, I really enjoyed it for what it was. Remember how we said that Ghostbusters Afterlife was like the perfect tribute sequel?
Yeah.
This was the perfect tribute reboot.
Yeah. No, it was really good. It was like it was kind of hit on the major points. Didn't overanalyze them, and it was very much an inspired by, or it was like a tribute to, but it wasn't the same movie.
Inspired by tribute, it didn't take itself too seriously. I think it stands. I think it stands on its own. You know, if you were a fan of the original Roadhouse, you're not going to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're not going to be like, this doesn't hold up to the original. No, it's its own thing, and it owns it. And I thought it did a really good job.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jake Gyllenhaal's character, the Dalton character,
the Dalton character?
Yeah, shut up. The ex-UFC fighter, disgraced kind of whatever.
I don't know. I thought it was a really good backstory for the character that we never got before. Because originally he was just the best damn cooler in the business, and now he's like this ex-professional fighter, and
brutal.
Yeah, absolutely brutal.
But the funny thing is that like by and large in the movie, they play him as a very cool-headed guy, like
which is who Patrick Swayze was in the original. He was very cool-headed, but Jake Gyllenhaal plays a very cool-headed guy in general, He played. So the question for Jake was, can he do what? Oh, you want ice? Oh, you want ice? Yeah. So the question for Jake was, can he pull off a tough guy? And he did.
Well, and
I think he pulled off tough guy.
I think he's done that a little bit more as of late. That he's kind of played a bad guy or whatever. There was that ambulance movie.
Yeah. Bad guy, yeah. Tough guy, that's the deal. And I think he pulled off tough guy well.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting, Jake, Donnie Darko, he's going to play like a bouncer, whatever. And when we were in L.A. last week at the Lowe's Hollywood, there was a billboard for Roadhouse across the street from our hotel.
Yes.
That my room may or may not have looked at. And I'm like, God damn, Donnie Darko is ripped for this Roadhouse
and that was in
thing.
Photoshop.
Holy crap.
He got in shape.
Yeah, he pulled off tough guy.
Yeah.
And that was the one concern that I had where, again, Donnie Darko, the tough guy, really? He did it. Fucking nailed it.
He did. It was very funny. The whole, like, the guy's like, shows his gun and says, hey, get in the truck. My boss wants to see you. And it's like, no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. It's in it's tucked into your pants. It's not very scary.
Yeah. Do you see the gun? Yeah, I know. You showed it to me. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
Like you made a really big point out of showing me.
Yeah. No, that's Dalton. That is he embodied Dalton from the Roadhouse franchise.
Still wasn't the funniest character.
No, he was not the funniest character.
Funniest character, Mo.
Mo, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the bad guy that was just very personable.
He was a very personable guy. Hey, are those your motorcycle? Are those your motorcycles outside?
Mine's the red one on the right.
Mine's the red one at the end. Yeah. Hey, remember me from the thing? And yeah, Mo. We love Mo.
Yeah, Mo was great. If Mo was upstaged at all, it was by the alligator. Total spoiler there.
I thought it was a crocodile, but yeah,
whatever.
I thought it was
realistically, it wasn't a crocodile because it wasn't in Africa.
We have crocodiles in Florida.
Do we?
Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah. Do we?
Yeah, they're rare. They're here. We have snakeheads. We have manatees. We have all the things.
There's things here. There's boids. There's squirrels. Let's bless them all.
Yeah, spin the wheel of fucking dinosaurs. We have them in Florida.
Okay.
And I love that they really captured the essence of Florida and the Keys. I enjoyed it. I thought it was
I haven't
great.
been to the Keys, so I'm going to trust you on that.
We should go on a road trip to the Keys.
Absolutely.
It's basically that movie.
I think that's fair.
Minus the blood. I don't think there's nearly... I haven't bled once in the Keys, but I could see it happening.
Yeah. So the bad guy, Knox, played by Conor McGregor, who did a really good job, although didn't understand a fucking thing he said.
Not at all. No. But he did a good job. I think he played the part well.
Oh, yeah. To put it in a Guy Ritchie terms, fucking pikey. It was just like, he was like one of the guys in the caravan from Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yes.
You remember that movie?
No, yes. There was a different one, though, because he had like 3 different movies.
Oh, there was a bunch. Yeah. But the Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels was the one that had...
Snatch. That's the one with Brad Pitt.
Snatch
That's
with
the
Brad
one
Pitt.
with Brad Pitt, yeah.
Yeah, with his mom and my mom in the caravan.
Yeah.
Kind of on here. And they were all kind of like, I think they were all characters tied together, right?
Yeah. I think all of his movies, yeah. That's the one that had, what's his face? The ex-football player who ended up being in Gone in 60 Seconds. He played Sphinx in the Gone in 60 Seconds remake.
Oh, the guy that didn't talk and then when he did. Yeah.
And then he did, and then he was amazing, yeah.
So this last week I watched, actually yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I finished up this morning because, got this cold and had an extra day off.
You have this cold. Why am I here? I didn't realize you had a cold.
I only said it like 6 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway, so I was watching the show The Gentleman. It was an episodic show, 8 episodes, created by Guy Ritchie.
Okay.
And that dude's in it. He's kind of the groundskeeper.
The groundskeeper.
Yeah, show's pretty badass.
What's the gentleman about?
Okay, so main character, I think his name's Edward.
Edward.
Yeah, main character Edward is
Scissors hands.
no. He starts out in the military in UK, and his father, who's a duke, is very sick. So he's basically given like, hey, you can wrap up and go home, because he's the second son, but his older brother is a fucking like piece of shit, coked out, like worthless guy. And so he goes home, and his father passes away, and he becomes the duke because his father like wills the estate and everything to him, the second born, which is like this big deal.
Yeah.
And then this woman comes and introduces herself, and it's basically like, hey, out your barn, we basically have an underground growery.
Growery?
Like, yeah, they're growing marijuana.
Oh.
Underground, and he's like one of 11, aristocracy properties that's doing this, and he kind of gets sucked into this life of crime.
Okay.
And it's fucking hilarious. But typical Guy Ritchie on its cinematography and some of the visuals that they do. It's really terrific.
That was one of the interesting notes I had on the new Roadhouse.
Cinematography.
Yeah, there were a handful of shots where you were like first person fighter, in the action.
Yeah.
It was
I didn't like the first person stuff.
Yeah, I know you didn't. I thought it was a really unique camera angle, because every time it happened, I'm like,
they did some really good fight choreography with the camera. But when it went to like McGregor punching the camera lens, I was out.
No, there was the way it edited into one another. It was seamless. I thought it was beautiful, and I'm like, wow, it feels like I'm in the action. It felt like Dune Part 2 when he was riding the sandworm, and you had the action of like the sound and the visuals of the sand flowing past you as you were doing the.
That was a little different than feeling like you're in Castle Wolfenstein.
Okay, so there was a Castle
Duke Nukem.
There was a Duke Nukem Castle Wolfenstein thing. I get it, but the way that the cuts edited you into the fight, it got you into the action. I appreciated that. There was a handful of those fights where we had never. What, you want to drink?
Tilt the mic up.
Oh, sorry. There were a handful of those fights where you just never experienced that level of cinematography before.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It was interesting, but again, most of it I agree with you. The first person punching the camera lens, I didn't care for.
It was like one bit. The rest of it was dynamite.
Yeah, great final fight scene. There's some really, really kind of cool, brutal things. Some really funny one-liner, very, very kind of like on brand.
The first fight where he beat up the group of guys that were terrorizing the bar and then drove them to the hospital.
That was hilarious.
Laughed out loud. I'm like, that's fucking. I feel like they updated the not franchise, but they really updated the movie for the current audience, we'll say.
Yeah, I think it was just really good character development, because, he walks out, he basically was trying to get him out of the bar very passively, and he did it, got him to follow him out. And, then it was like, hey, you don't have to do this, hey, you have dental, or like, going through the steps.
Where's the nearest hospital? Oh, and then our favorite character. Oh yeah, I think it's like 25 minutes from here. Like, okay. Yeah. Hey, knowing of that, the hospital, 25 minutes. It was a recurring joke with the rest of the movie.
Yeah. When he broke that guy's, fingers and was like, lucky for you, the hospital's
only 25 minutes away. Yeah, got it.
It was a great movie.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Honestly, like, I enjoy Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor.
He's done some really good stuff.
I mean,
he's done some turds too, but
name a turd.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you have to go to the internet to look up a turd.
Well, I want to make sure I get the names of these movies right.
So the first movie, whenever you say Jake Gyllenhaal, I just default, and I apologize to this. I will look him in the eye and say, I apologize for this. Donnie Darko, that was an amazing movie.
It was.
I loved that
It was.
movie.
Ambulance was a little...
Ambulance. Is that the one where he was that Night Stalker or whatever?
No.
Yeah.
The ambulance, he is a bank robber, and he hijacks the ambulance to get away.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that. I remember the trailer. I never saw the movie.
Yeah, that one was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one where he was the Night Stalker, cameraman, whatever thing in Hollywood. I didn't hate that. I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through a lot of these. I haven't seen.
You're
He's got a
scroll-
lot of like obscure things.
Because he does some great shit.
Yeah.
All the good stuff is not,
End of Watch, and that was pretty good. Prince of Persia, that was a piece of shit.
Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia, that was a piece of garbage.
I don't think I saw it.
Yeah. Where he plays the Prince of Persia. Like the white guy plays the Prince of Persia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was
Not good.
turd.
Not good.
That was like a big old stinking turd on like the sidewalk of Paris.
Okay. Well, shit. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
In general, I'm not going to take anything away from him.
Okay. You don't have to. I did it for you.
Plausible deniability.
Here's some fun. Post Malone had his credit in as an actor as Austin Post, which is, I guess, is
Austin Post. He did. Is that his real name?
I'm guessing.
It's like The Midnight or any one of those other pop stars where they're like, I'm going to switch genres. Here's my real name. This is what it says on my credit cards.
The name attached to your social.
Yeah, there you go. This is how my tax returns look
Yeah,
at the end of the year.
as one does.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it was a good movie.
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you came over to watch it.
It's on what
Prime?
was it? Peacock?
Prime.
I thought it was Peacock.
No, it's Prime.
No. Oh, fuck. I have it. I could have watched it at home. I
Yep.
don't know why I drove all the way over here to watch it.
So that we could watch it together and then review it. 106-inch screen.
Yeah.
Um,
all those things.
Rum and camaraderie.
Rum and camaraderie. That's a good name of a.
I think you had an extra
That's a good name of a bar.
consonant in there.
Yeah, maybe. We should. We talked about watching Ferrari and Lamborghini as a doubleheader.
I can't not wait. And I told you this earlier. So like yesterday, I watched Gran Turismo.
Oh yeah.
Had no idea it was a true story. I was like, got to the end, and they're like,
How do you not know that's a true story?
because I'm not that much into Formula One stuff, I guess. But
Well, as a car guy, like when that story originally came out, we're like, that's fucking awesome. Yes, video games, racing, this is totally cool. Meh. And then cut to 5 years later, the movie happens, and you're like, oh yeah, shit, I remember that story. It was a meme a while ago.
yeah, well, it was pretty good. I liked it, and
Pretty good.
yeah, it was fun.
It's got the guy from Stranger Things in it.
Yeah, he's the kind of the crew pit boss engineer,
Crew pit boss engineer guy.
and then it had
Thing.
the arrow guy from Lord of the Rings,
What?
Legolas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
I said Orlando Bloom, not
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan. I'm killing 42 orcs. Hey.
That still only counts as one.
No, if he okay, so Legolas is Bob Dylan. Who is Gimli? Like, who's Gimli?
I don't know. Arlo Guthrie. I got nothing. Feels appropriate.
Yeah. Didn't he do Alice's Restaurant?
He did. Or, yeah, Arlo Guthrie. Who's the other one? Bob Guthrie? Who's the other Guthrie? There's two Guthries. Arlo and... Marlo? No. Arlo and... God, who's the other... Because it's a father-son thing. Arlo Guthrie and...
Jake.
Jesus. Where are you, Tyler? You're supposed to look this stuff up for us, make us not look stupid.
I think she's studying for an exam or some crap like that.
Yeah, apparently. Anyway, moral of the story is one of the Guthries. Yeah. Alice's Restaurant is definitely one of the Guthries.
Yeah. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah. I killed the 42 orcs. Yeah. Moving on from there, what else have I been watching? I feel like I watched a I like car restoration shows where they like get a piece of shit and they restore it in seemingly about a week, when we all know that there's no fucking way they did it in a week.
Yeah.
And so there's like the guy with the Gotham Garage. I forgot the name of the show, but it's Gotham Garage.
Woody Guthrie.
Woody Guthrie. There you go.
Yeah, Woody Guthrie is Arlo Guthrie's dad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries. Anyway, so have you ever watched shows like Gotham Garage where they like buy a car and they try and flip it or upsell it or whatever? So there's a new one.
Oh God.
Where they're in it's a bunch of guys and a girl. The girl's actually the mechanic. She's the engine, the engine person.
The engine person.
Yeah, the specialist. They all like there's a body guy, the paint guy,
and the engine person. Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, they're all technically mechanics. I'm just trying to be specific in my way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they live in El Paso,
Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so their whole shtick is if you go across into Mexico, you can get all these like old classic cars for dirt cheap compared to what you can buy them here.
It's Mexico, it's not Cuba, but yeah.
Well, that's their shtick. That's the whole thing. Is they go across the border, they buy cars, and then they bring them back.
That feels like the producer's shtick, but yeah.
Yeah. So, they went over and they bought like a Volkswagen Bug for $3,000, and they came over and they turned it into a dune buggy, big suspension, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And sold it for $35,000. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
hey, with only $100,000 in labor and production costs, we were able to take this $3,000 bone stock Volkswagen Beetle and
pretty much
take a $70,000 bath on it. Thanks, Discovery Channel.
Well, I'm sure that they're not figuring production costs. The producers are paying for that.
Yeah.
But they, that's their thing is they have to buy a cheap car and sell it and make money. This show, their whole thing is like over the summer in 4 months, we're going to make $250,000 profit, and they flip 12 cars and do it.
Okay.
So anyway, it was pretty good.
What's the name of the show?
Tex-Mex Customs or something like that. I was like, am I getting fajitas? Is it going to be those really bad themed cars? And it wasn't.
Sizzle on the way out to the table.
Yeah. They do a 1971 Bronco, and they really do a good job on it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not a big Bronco person, but
they
do
name the cars that you watched them do.
I'm trying to remember them all. They do a Mustang, 69 Mustang, that they bought for $300.
Okay, that's quality.
I mean, it was missing the doors and the front fenders and the hood.
You can buy all that shit. That's fine.
But they do a really good job on that car. They do I forgot what year. I'm going to say it was a late '60s Porsche 911 or something.
Yeah, those are hit or miss.
But they got a lot.
It's a fancy Volkswagen, depending upon.
But it was one that had been converted to a racer that they converted back. And they got like $160,000 on the car.
No shit.
Yeah.
The Mustangs are weird because depending upon the year, make, model, the provenance, all that fun stuff.
What was that last word?
Provenance. You can get some crazy worthwhile Mustangs in there. I had one of my Mustang guys that I was buying parts off of, he had a 67 Mustang convertible, and it was originally owned by Lyndon Johnson. It was like specially made for him, when he lived in Texas and had all the stuff on his ranch and the stuff and the thing, and there were some crazy circumstances surrounding that Mustang, and it just made it ridiculously valuable.
Yeah. They did a 69 Opel turned into a drag car.
I'm not a huge Opel fan, and also turning an Opel into a drag car, I don't know if there's a lot of value on that, but
Apparently that's a thing.
what'd they get for it?
I don't remember off the top of them. I mean, $60,000. They got $60,000 for it.
Because those Opels were mid-engined, I think.
No, but I mean, like they replaced the engine and everything. They turned it into a drag car. They gutted it, put a roll cage in it. There was a guy specifically that wanted it. They had to go looking for this car. 65 Volkswagen Bug, 63 Chevy Carryall, which is basically a Suburban, a Bronco.
Yeah, don't care.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a sport utility vehicle.
Sport utility car.
But it's old, and we don't care.
You laughing at my
sport utility car?
Yeah, it's suck.
The suck. What was that from?
It's what I said it in L.A.
I thought, was it?
Yeah.
God damn. That was hilarious.
Yeah. It's
The sport utility car.
That's what I call those crossover cars. It's not a sport utility vehicle, and it's not a car, but it sucks.
They're NPC. They're NPC vehicles.
Non-player character cars?
Exactly. Rule of thumb, if you wouldn't steal it in a Grand Theft Auto game, don't fucking buy it. That's just that is Garrick's car advice for you right there. If you would not steal it in a Grand Theft Auto game, don't buy it. And I'm talking to you, the RAV4s and the Ford Escapes, and the Nissan Rogues. Don't buy them. Don't fucking buy them.
They did a Oldsmobile 442, and I don't like what they did to it.
What year? That's really important. What year? Because some of those years you're like, that is a badass muscle car, and some of those years you're like,
no, it was one of the really cool ones that had the racing stripe, and they just did flat black, chrome and everything. It's just everything satin black rather, and it looked like garbage.
I don't know. That's kind of the way I roll. I like that.
This looked like garbage.
I did my Mustang in candy apple red, and I often regretted not doing all black.
They also did a Rambler.
Because again, all black.
You know what? Was it the Rambler is the one that was it. The Rambler they did as a race car.
Like a Nash
Not
Rambler?
the Opel. Yeah.
AMC Rambler Ambassador.
I don't remember.
You're saying a lot of words.
Not really. It was like, I don't remember. That's 3 words. It's not a lot of words.
None of them are circling back to cars I can identify.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's a fun show.
I was building Lego, and that was in the background.
Oh, yeah. Tell us about your Lego.
Oh, so I'm like 23 bags in, which is the first of 2 boxes. It is the main spine.
The fact that what are you building?
Oh, it's the Venator class Star Destroyer that you got me. You and everybody else got me.
Me and everybody else. The
literally
team,
like everybody else.
Literally the team of.
So every couple bags now, I started. I was like, I do a bag. I took a picture. Do a bag. And I was like, you know what? I'm probably pissing them off. I'm going to do like every 2 or 3 bags.
I may or may not have muted that group chat. Like I really need not 27 just buzzing alerts every 5 minutes. No,
it wasn't every 5 minutes.
It was a lot. Well, the one thing is like, hey, here's a picture of my progress, followed by one of the 87 people on the group chat responding like, good job, Greg, it looks awesome, and then like and then subscribe and brr, and
here's a Yoda meme.
Exactly. It's like, mute.
Well, I promised everybody that I would show progress photos.
You would, and I appreciate that. And it's muted, so I can read it my own.
Yeah, you just go check on it at the end of the day. Oh, you did like a whole bunch.
Yeah.
So I may start box 2 tomorrow, although at the same time.
The fact that
I
that
may wait till next week.
The fact that that thing came in multiple boxes is crazy. It's not just a giant box filled with just bags of shit. It's
No, it 23. The box one was 23 bags and 2 manuals.
That's crazy.
So I've gone through the first 2 manuals.
Man, these kits are legit.
It's like 6,000 pieces.
I told you, it's one of the not one of my it's one of my not dream sets. I really like that set. If I was gonna commit to spending almost $1,000 on a set of Legos, it was gonna be that one.
It wasn't
fucking love it.
Wasn't $1,000.
It was closer to $1,000 than it was $500.
It shouldn't have been. List on it $650.
Yeah, ish.
Just saying.
Whatever. It was fun.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah.
some Legos. That's happening.
Have you recovered from Inspire Week?
I would like to say that I did, but with this, me not feeling good. I mean, I feel fine now today. I've got a little bit of a runny nose, but I pretty much feel fine. Yesterday, I took Friday off to spend with Layla and went and saw Ghostbusters. By the way,
Yeah.
you're going to go see it at an AMC, though, right?
Maybe. Because you got the popcorn bucket.
I got the popcorn bucket. And AMC's got a different one.
It does.
So part of me wants you to go see it and get a popcorn bucket so we can review the movie and the popcorn.
And the popcorn buckets.
Compare the two.
Okay, that's fine.
But at the same time, depending on when you go, I might go see it again.
We could go together. It'll be fun.
It was a really fun movie. They did some really good nostalgic things. It didn't get me emotionally as the last one
Dude,
did.
you were crying in the last one.
Yeah, I didn't cry. I didn't cry on this one. It wasn't like that. But they did such a good job last time. The whole Ivan Reitman tribute thing.
It was beautiful.
You couldn't have done it better.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I like what they did with the franchise in general. They really did take the reins and
Well, they certainly they hit all the major kind of talking points and stuff. They're back in New York.
yeah.
Trying to think, I'm judging the things that I'm talking about very delicately, so I don't ruin anything. But
Yeah, ruin anything for me.
yeah, so
To hell with the listeners. I don't want you to spoil it for
yeah,
me.
there's some they do some really good tribute things, some really good throwbacks. It's really good, and some interesting kind of gags and things. It's fun.
Gags and
You'll understand when you see it.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, I would
can't-
totally see it again.
I can't wait for that movie / popcorn bucket.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see the other one because this one. So the AMC one's kind of got that cone acrylic.
Yeah, and I think
Thing to hold popcorn.
I think the cone is detachable
Oh, I'm sure it is.
because the base bucket looks like it's appropriately proportioned.
Yeah.
The one that you got, it feels like it's taller and narrower instead of wider and shorter.
Well, the other thing is, it was just like, so to get it, it was like $25,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was extra $5 to get the popcorn. But then you got the large popcorn with the refill,
Yeah.
and it was just in the regular bucket. They didn't even serve it in the thing.
They're just like, here's a thing.
Yep.
Here's
Wrapped
a
in plastic.
Here's a plastic thing and your tub of carbs.
Yeah. And
Love it.
so I think the AMC one, like they actually serve it
Yeah.
in the popcorn.
I think so.
So that'll be good. Yeah.
I'm a big popcorn fan. I'm really looking forward to it.
The other thing is they had a cup and popcorn bucket that was just a metal tin bucket
Yeah.
that was kind of like Trompe-l'oeil embossed and then printed the
Yeah.
not Trompe-l'oeil, bas relief, kind of like a bas relief,
Yeah.
stamp metal. That was really, really cool. And I'm like, oh, I'll take the cup. And like, no, you can't get the cup unless you get this metal. And I'm like, well, I want the ghost trap, so fuck off. True story.
I want to buy all the things.
Yeah.
I was at a meeting with our buddy Josh at his old company, Rethink, back in the day, and he had a ghost trap. The line, the foot pedal,
Wow.
the trap itself, all metal, fully functional lights, sounds, the whole nine.
One does.
It was one of the most, and it was just like random crap he had in his office, and I'm like, dude, this is fucking incredible.
Well, his company did a lot of those theme park merchandising and food offerings, thematic food offering things.
They did. They didn't. This was not one of them. This was a straight on. This wasn't even movie prop quality. This was a fully functional. I'm assuming the Ghostbusters are now real based on how high quality this fucking ghost trap is. Like, it was nuts. All metal. Like, it was legit. If you were to have a
one of those master replica things,
not even master replica. This is honestly like fucking Doc Brown in a basement somewhere made a real working ghost trap, and you could if you showed this to me on the street, I would believe it was real. It was that like real, not movie real, like real. It was incredible.
Interesting.
Yeah. So whenever you're like, oh yeah, look, the AMC movie popcorn bucket, I'm like, I'm comparing it to the real one that I once played with. Not even close. Not even close. I wonder what happened to that. We should text him. Hey, what happened to your ghost trap? That was cool shit.
Yeah, but not right now. It's late.
Yeah, it is late. Well, I don't know. He's in LA. It might not be that late.
9:15.
Yeah. These things happen.
I don't think he's a late night person. I mean, he's not a Matthew.
No, absolutely not.
Hey, speaking of, I do want to say we have some updates.
Ooh.
Rum and Nerdy the weekend.
Rum and Nerdy the weekend.
Flights are booked.
I'm so looking forward.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
It is. Sent Tyson a message. He still, is excited to see us and hang out with us and help curate some fun times, although he cannot commit because
he's a
working dude.
He's a gig musician, yeah, so that happens.
So if he's got to go on the road or something else, then we might be without him.
But we have a number of friends of the show that are going to be there.
Friends of the show, yeah.
A lot of friends of the show. Are we going to record while there? We should record while there.
That was the intention, probably on that. If we get that place, and we've got to commit to that soon. If we get the place we're talking about, we would record on the rooftop around the fire pit. Probably not record in the hot tub, but there's a rooftop hot tub at this place.
We've never recorded from a hot tub, but we should. That feels like something we should do. Rum and Nerdy hot tub edition.
Yeah, it seems like fucking up another laptop is not something I want to do.
One time.
Well,
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, that was me.
Honestly, I think I just need to wipe it and
you should.
Do that. Make sure everything's off of it. And just
you absolutely should. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of it's like old work stuff that I don't use anymore anyway, like from the way back.
The way back?
The way back. Just clear it all and say, this is for recording and see if we can get through it.
I like it.
So we'll see. But that's going to be fun. Coming up in June, we've got a... do we want to talk about the thing with Matt? Matt, the email you sent?
Oh, yeah.
You want to tell the listeners about that one?
So
this is unique.
This is really unique. So a friend of ours at the TEA Summit came up and he's like, "Hey, I got an idea for your show, but I don't know if you're really going to be into it." We're like, "Try us. We're up for anything." He's like, "Well, I don't drink, but I have a couple of non-alcoholic rums that are really good that I make cocktails with, and I was wondering if maybe you'd like to review them."
And then after the joke stopped, we got serious and talked about it.
And we're like, you know what? I'm standing next to someone that's 20 and someone that's pregnant, and I thought, hey, we could absolutely do a non-alcoholic rum review. That sounds amazing. Because we'll review... we review Malort on this show. Once you review Malort, anything's on the table.
There's not a
anything
lower rung of the ladder you could go to.
Anything is on... Yeah, non-alcoholic rum, done. So I think we have 3 separate non-alcoholic rums lined up. I'm gonna try. We haven't bought them yet. I'm gonna try to get all 3, and the goal is to review each one of the 3 neat, on the rocks, and then I'm gonna old-fashioned them.
Can we also Hemingway them? How would we do the Luxardo though?
Luxardo's non-alcoholic.
Is it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
It's
We
a
could.
liqueur.
I'll check. I'll check to make sure it's not. But at the very least, we will old-fashioned, neat, and rocks. Each
Nice.
each one of the non-alcoholic rums. I'm really excited to see what those taste like.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
Yeah. Because really, one of the big parts about rum is, and hear me out on this one, the alcohol. Like, I can't imagine the taste without, like, the burn. Like, how do you make the burn? How do you make that, the alcohol
This
part?
is really smooth.
Yeah,
Kinda-
it's really smooth.
Kind of like Aunt Jemima. This is
yeah.
It's just syrup.
Yeah, exactly. It tastes like a combination of syrup and water. Like I don't know what, minus the burn, no idea. So I'm curious.
Yeah, agreed.
Looking forward to it. That's going to be coming up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, how far back are you on Quantum Leap?
I 2 episodes maybe 1-2 episodes.
Dude, I'm assuming that they've wrapped up the season the way that the last episode I saw was, which I am current. This season is really kind of crazy, especially the last 2 that I watched. Man,
The last 2 being the last 2 of the series. Which
are they ending it? I thought it
I
felt
don't-
like it was a season finale.
it might have been. Which are the last 2 episodes? Just describe in general.
Okay, so the wealthy guy that made the chip for them.
Yeah.
Do you know who that guy is?
No.
Yeah, then you might be 2 or 3 behind.
I think I'm 2. I think I'm 2.
Because the wealthy guy is somebody that let's see, it's an aha moment.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
haven't
So
seen
it's
it.
like the wealthy guy that makes the chip, and he takes Quantum Leap over.
Oh.
And then there's like this whole other shit storm thing that happens.
Okay, I have not seen
Okay, so we won't talk about that, but holy shit, what a way to end a season.
I haven't finished the last episode. I need to rewatch the last episode of Bad Batch. So we got Quantum Leap, we got Bad Batch.
Yeah. But Bad Batch still has 1 left, right?
I think it does.
Yeah,
And we have-
which will be Wednesday.
And we have 1 episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I don't watch that show.
Yeah, I didn't watch that show. Oh my god. It's Seinfeld 2.0. It's
I know. You've
It's
talked about it.
amazing.
You've talked about it so much, but I've got so many things and shows. It's hard to watch them all.
No, that's fair.
And like Sandy and I are now like officially, I think, just about done with season 3 of Stargate.
Stargate
Like-
SG1?
Yeah,
Okay.
we haven't gotten to where it
There's
breaks
like
off.
8
and
there's
into
like 8 Stargate shows, so I don't
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
no, we're still like at the end of season 3 for the original.
Did you get the full running order of
Yeah,
which
but I'm not.
Stargates you watch and what
I'm not
order
nearly
and
to the
everything?
point where I've got to like start paying attention to that.
Okay.
But we will start paying attention to it fairly soon.
You should. It's good.
Make a cheat sheet and tape it to the front of the TV.
As soon
which
as
would
we get done
make
with
it
this
harder to watch
episode,
everything.
we gotta switch to.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff going on, but I guess when you travel all the time, you don't get to keep caught up with all that.
Yeah, I'm still really just getting caught up on life, having been in California for a week.
You know what we need to do? We really need, especially after this week, we need to do a trailer episode again.
Oh yeah.
This week, Ghostbusters, not Ghostbusters,
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice released.
Romulus.
Romulus
I
released.
today. I just posted a thing about the Romulus teaser that came out. Oh my god, does it look good?
Yeah.
It looks fucking incredible.
Yeah, there's a few more. I'm trying to remember all the stuff, but there was like 3 or 4 like holy shit trailers that released this week.
No.
So we need to do another one of those.
Okay.
I don't know.
No. That's
Those
good
take a
idea.
little bit more time to do those
They
episodes.
do
so
because we got to edit them and it's a whole thing.
find all the clips and
Yeah.
yeah.
Meh.
Me.
But Romulus, holy shit.
That's gonna be good.
The production value on that looks incredible.
Yeah. For shizzle.
Ah.
For shizzle. Okay. Anyway.
Ooh. And Sean, friend of the show.
Yes.
Sean,
He hasn't been on in a while.
he has not been on in a while.
I know he's moving.
He's moving. So part of his move, he's throwing out a bunch of CDs.
Yes, I was on that chain.
You were on that chain. So
He goes, "Hey, you want that? All these CDs and DVDs?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's gonna want those."
So I picked them all up, and I started going through them today. He has some insane CDs in that collection that I'm legit just ripping and filing and whatnot.
Like,
He has a handful of UK only limited release, like radio station only type shit. Oh yeah,
of
numbered special edition Beatles releases with interviews. Like here's a CD of nothing but Beatles interviews, never before aired, only given to BBC radio stations.
bastard.
Yeah. There's some crazy shit in there.
I has copies.
Yeah. You know how I roll.
I have. Yeah, you've been telling me for a fucking decade to bring you a hard drive.
I have been, and guess who's never bringing me a hard drive?
Me.
Yeah, you. Yeah,
Me.
that's on you, buddy.
It was me.
That's absolutely you.
It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Is that how the lyrics go?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is, there's some crazy shit in there.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Fantastic. Hey, how good was fucking last week's episode with Dave?
dude, I love Dave. That's the first time we got to record with him in person.
In person.
And it just so happened to be in a hotel lobby.
You know what? But it was good. We had really good listenership for like week one for that episode. It was pretty good. And it's just the weekend for us right now. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a good listener week. Like if we had this week consistently, we'd be at 1,000.
I had a handful of I met a handful of people at the gala.
Yeah.
We're like, oh yeah, hey, I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm like, oh yeah, I listen to your podcast. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Just
That's always weird. When you're like,
holy shit.
yeah. When somebody's just like, oh yeah, I'm a big fan of the podcast. Oh, okay.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Well, it's like when you meet somebody and they're like, oh my God, you're Greg. And I'm like, yeah, I'm Greg. And says, oh my God. And I'm like, dude, I'm just me. I'm nobody important. I am no. You're like, you got that podcast. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm that guy.
I'm that Greg.
Yeah, with that Greg, sure, but that industry Greg. Shut up.
Yeah. Nobody cares about him. But
no, but podcast Greg, that dude's fucking awesome.
Yeah. That was really good. I really enjoyed the entire TEA Inspire California trip. Like that
week. It was a good week.
It was a great week.
Lots of really good business happened. Lots of connections.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was pointed out to me that I need to catch up with some friends.
Really?
Yeah, because I worked a lot during the evenings when everybody was hanging out.
Oh yeah.
I was networking a lot.
Yeah.
And so I need to.
People are like, "Where the hell's Greg?"
Yeah, over there.
What's Greg doing?
Yeah. So there was a lot of like, hey, is something wrong? I'm like, no, I'm just working.
It's working. Hey, this is a gig. This is my day gig.
Yeah.
I got to do this stuff. That makes sense.
So I just need to take some time and connect with some friends that
That's probably the longest I've spent in Hollywood, like ever.
Really?
Yeah, probably. I don't. What the hell do I do in Hollywood? There was not a lot of. Yeah.
There's that.
But it was Lowe's. Yeah, like right the Lowe's Hotel in between the Hollywood Bowl and. Was it Hollywood Boulevard?
Yeah, it's like Hollywood and Highland.
Yeah, literally right there.
That's the crossroads of the world.
Yeah, well, that world, yeah.
I think it's called like the crossroads of the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's actually a place like a block down and a block over that's called the Crossroads of the World.
And they're a block over and a block up from the actual Crossroads of the World.
Yeah. But
How dare they?
yeah. Anyway, all that said, hey, let's wrap up. Again, talking about
all that being said, fuck this. Let's go home.
yeah, the end.
And scene.
And no, we got to say the things.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dave Martin, it was good to see Demo Dave.
DemoDavePro.com.
Don't forget to check us out on the website, rumandnerdy.com. That's rumandnerdy.com.
Social medias, we are also at Rum and Nerdy, also A&D.
And you can email us, show@rumandnerdy.com. We love hearing from you.
Yeah, please send us emails because we will talk about your shit this whole time.
Yeah, yeah. Especially like when what we haven't gotten in a while is an argumentative email. You want somebody to go like, no, Inspire was terrible.
Yes.
Which you'd be wrong. But
Yes.
you'd be wrong.
Yes. Send us all of the emails about Inspire being awful. That would be great.
So we can belittle you and tear you apart, cell by cell. That's horrible. No, we constructive criticism. We'll take it. Whatever.
That's right. JerseyBoy2723 at AOL.com.
Okay. Anyway, all that said,
Stay nerdy, my friends.
Keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel. Keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel. We're going to the Roadhouse, we're gonna have a meal, a good time. Hey, hey, yeah. Hey. The back of the Roadhouse, they got some bungalows. Says the back of the Roadhouse, they got some bungalows. And that's for the people who like to get down slow. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll. All night long. Looky here, our own little octagon.
What? Who taught you shapes?